So, okay, can we talk about Star Wars yet? We should have like on New Year's. I should just have everyone can call in and I can argue. Okay, so here are some things that I didn't like about the new Star Wars movie. Overall, I thought it was a good film. I'm glad I went and saw it, and not like glad that I went in some like I'm glad I witnessed it. It was a good movie. I didn't mind watching it. It was pretty fun. I have no original thoughts, so everything that you hear me say can probably be quoted from like a Plinkett video or from that Every Frame of Painting guy or whatever, but regardless, these are my thoughts. Okay. The black dude in the beginning, this is really nitpicky. I don't want to get super nitpicky. I felt like the guy in the beginning, like being a traitor, like leaving him, the First Order was like kind of forced a little bit. Like, but I mean, that's kind of the point of the movie. That's like super, super nitpicky. That wasn't actually that wasn't poorly handled. What happened after? He's on the ship, they fly away with the dude, they walk out, zip zoopity zop. He's in the TIE fighter thing. Finn is a fucking cuck? I don't think he's a cuck. Oh shit, hold on. The new TIE fighters are bullshit. I don't know, I thought they were cool. I thought all the ships were cool. Watching everything fly around was pretty fucking sick. The things flying around were really cool. That there was a long shot of this is, in my opinion, I have no film background at all, but what I remembered the most, the scene that stuck out the most for me was when the thin black guy on the ground, they were fighting all the dudes, and then the rebellion shows up, and there's a really long shot where you can see the that Joe, awesome space pilot guy's X-wing flying around in the sky, and he blows up like 4 or 5 TIE fighters, and it's super dank, and the camera is like following the black guy walking through, and you can see the TIE. Does anybody remember the scene? Did you guys see the thing, the TIE fighter in the background blowing it up, and then when he comes through, the Negro guy was like, wow, that's a good pilot. Remember that? That was pretty cool. I like the spaceships. The spaceships are pretty cool. Oh yeah, we're like big spoiler times also, by the way. The ending camera shot was corny as fuck. Oh, the last shot with Luke was borderline cringe. Almost. It was okay, but it like got like a little bit. It was almost there, like, because they stared at him for like a good like 27 minutes, and then finally they cut out. I thought they were gonna keep like zooming in, but yeah, it was okay. It wasn't horrible. It was okay. Fuck. What I had like things. I don't know where to start. I guess we'll just do like train of free thoughts. They held it too long. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, she was like, I was ready to be like, take the lightsaber. My arm is tired. I can't hold it anymore. So the Ren dude, the Kilo, what was the guy's name? The cucked guy who wanted to be like Darth Vader. One thing that I really didn't like, this is probably the thing that bothers me the most in the whole movie, and this isn't even a good point, okay? It's not a good point. I really didn't like how easily he was challenged by the other characters. That really bothered me. I could be totally wrong. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but has there ever been a point, was there ever a time in episode 1 through 6 where a non-Jedi used a lightsaber? Aside from like the spinning robot dude? Does anybody know? Or am I like totally wrong? Has that ever happened before? Okay. So I thought it was weird that like the black dude was able to... Han Solo cuts open a tantrum. Okay. I thought it was weird that the black dude was able to get the lightsaber and like fight the Kylo dude. I don't know. I didn't like that. I feel like the Rilo dude should be like a million times stronger than these guys. People in TeamSpeak were people in TeamSpeak were getting really mad at me because they're like, oh, well, he's not trained yet, and oh, he was shot. But like, I feel like when you're talking about people like that guy was clearly in a position of power, right? That guy was like, very clearly in a position of power. He had like troops that he could boss around. He had received direct training from that Emperor Stork dude or whatever the fuck his name was. Like, so he was a pretty big badass. Like, he was able to stop a blaster shot using the Force, right? The guy, remember when the best pilot shot him and he stopped it, stopped the thing with the Force, and he chokes people, he throws them around, he threw the girl in a tree. So Kylo, the Kylo dude is pretty fucking powerful. Okay, even if he's not like super trained, he's pretty fucking powerful. But somehow the black dude is able to fight him with a lightsaber for like a good like 20 seconds. I didn't really like it that much. I really didn't like that the girl was able to pick up on there's only one exception I'll make to this. The fact that the girl was able to pick up everything with the Force so quickly felt very cheap. There was which one was it? Was it Empire Strikes Back? When did Luke go train with Yoda? Like, which movie? When you had to do, there was so much of Star Wars was dedicated to Luke's transformation of being a plebeian fuck into like Jedi guy. It was a huge part of the films, and it was a big part of Luke's story arc, right? Like, this is a huge thing, and Yoda had to convince him to be, like, lift the shit. Remember when Yoda lifts the fucking X-Wing out of the fucking water? Do not try. Dude, remember this shit? And he's a fucking god. And he fucking does it. And this is all like a big part of like Yoda telling Luke like, hey, you gotta fucking man the fuck up and you gotta force it out, dog. But somehow, so like the girl was able to do this. First of all, the girl was able to like reverse mindfuck the Kylo Rilo dude in one scene without any training or ever having anything to do with the Force ever. She was able to like reverse mindfuck him. I don't understand why. Why was she so strong? Why is he so weak? That's stupid. Fuck that shit. Also, she Jedi mindfucked that one stormtrooper guy like instantly. She learned to do it instantly. How does she even know how to do it? Because she'd heard stories? I felt like that was so cheap. And how is she like a lightsaber master, having never used one in her entire life? When Luke first gets the lightsaber, that little robot thing is like shooting at him over and over again. He can't even like hit the shots away because he's getting like zapped or whatever. And this chick like picks up a lightsaber and is like a god in like 2 seconds with it. The only reason why I would make an exception to this, and I don't think it's going to happen, is if she's actually the daughter, of, and this is like a fan theory, I guess like future spoiler, I don't know if people give a fuck about this, like if she's the daughter of Luke and Leia, like before they realized they were brother and sister, if they gave birth to her and then dropped her from the planet because they were too embarrassed or something, I don't even know if that's possible. But like, and that's why she's so insanely like force fucked, because both of her parents were like purebred force fucking people. Or actually, I guess they weren't purebred, because I don't know if Luke's mom was like, if there was like some crazy shit like that, then maybe. But like, other than that, I feel like it was so cheap. I feel like it was so cheap that she got so much Force stuff. Like, by the end, like, this girl, by the end of episode 7, was, like, a legit, like, fucking warrior. I don't understand. Yeah, so I understand people in chat are saying this. The reason why she put up a fight is because Kylo Ren was shot by Chewbacca, and the thing that blew up the Stormtrooper, he was hurt already. So, like, people are saying that, but, like, and it sounds shitty, but like, who do you think would win in a fight? Like an injured like Rurouni Kenshin versus like a normal guy, right? Or who would win in a fight? Imagine like a severely injured Goku versus like a full power Krillin, right? Like, this guy should have been a big fucking deal. He had the mask, he had lightsabers, he had massive control of the Force, he could throw people around. That was fucking huge. He just, whoom. How many people in the whole galaxy can do this shit? Like 4 people? How many people can throw people around with the Force? That Kylo dude is like one of like on a single hand. Like, he should have been really fucking powerful. So I don't buy this whole like, oh, well, he got shot, so, you know. Actually, no, even after he got shot, he was still able to throw the girl into the tree using the Force, right? Even after he got shot, he was still able to throw that tree. Boom! He blasted her into the fucking tree, and she got knocked out. And that's when Mr. Black Dude remembers his fucking samurai first order training, I guess, when the fucking stormtroopers want to grow up to be like samurais, and they all practice the lightsabers or some shit. I don't know. We know nothing of her past, and she can fight well because she was already trained in fighting arts. Yeah, but like, lightsabers are supposed to be like special weapon. It doesn't. Maybe I'm making this up. Doesn't Obi say like this is a lightsaber, the weapon of the Jedi? Hold on.
I have something here.
Doesn't he specifically say that?
Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough. Lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
Like, this makes it, and all throughout all of Star Wars, like, it's very specific that, like, Jedis and lightsabers go together. I don't know. I can buy that she's okay with a sword. Not against the Rilo dude. I don't like it. I don't know. I just think it's too silly. I think that her, I just don't agree that this chick from nowhere, I have, like, man, I don't know. This is, like, the thing. So, like, for me personally, this is like, okay, so we'll enter the realm of the subjective, okay? For me personally, I think that one of the most enjoyable aspects of a film for me is watching the characters grow. Character development from start to finish is one of the most enjoyable aspects of a film for me. I really, really, really enjoy that part of the film. And watching a character overcome obstacles via sacrifice or via hard work of their own is like, that's a very, I like that in a film. That's enjoyable for me. Watching a character, you start out as a fucking shit-fuck noob, and then you are faced with either initial adversity, you can't overcome it, you go through a period of training or doing something to figure your shit out and get your shit together, and then you're presented again with that adversity or some kind of adversity, and then finally you overcome it, and it feels like he earned the triumph at the end. You really feel like the character, right? For all of the shit that Luke went through, even though Star Wars is a very basic story, you feel like Luke earned his victory at the end over everything. Because Luke did. He went through a lot of shit to get to where he was. But the girl didn't earn anything. I hate that. The girl didn't earn anything. She instantaneously, for no reason, was able to force fuck the Rilo guy for no real reason. And then she was able to fight him with the lightsaber at the end, even though he's like a serious Jedi dude, for no reason. I feel like the girl didn't do anything worthy of being admired. Like, she didn't have any accomplishments. She didn't go through any adversity. She didn't accomplish anything. I really, really didn't like that. It just felt like she was too strong. And then she finds Luke, and like, she finishes her journey at the end, and she does like nothing. I understand that a lot of people are like saying like, oh, well, maybe she was, as a kid, blah, 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 blah. There might be backstory that justifies this, okay? There might be backstory that justifies it, but it wasn't presented in the film. So when you look at the film as a film, contextually as a film, you don't get any of the feeling or emotion. Like, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good when she wins at the end, for me personally, because it doesn't feel like she's earned it at all. Destiny, I agree. However, I was wondering if she is supposed to be the Neo of the Jedi. But that's a bad analogy, because Neo earns it. Neo earns it. Neo spends the entire film getting fucked. The entirety of the first half of the film is Neo training and learning the Matrix. And then fighting the agent in the subway. And finally being able to kind of beat him, but then the agent just comes back. No, Neo earns his ability to overcome the agents at the end because of everything that he's gone through. I totally disagree that maybe you just meant to say like the Neo of the Jedi is like plot-wise or whatever, but like Neo from the Matrix was another good example of a character that started off as a plebeian shit-fuck noob and then was presented with adversity that he couldn't overcome, went through a phase of training and becoming better, and then he overcame it at the end. Like, I think that Neo earned his victory at the end. Yeah, I just really didn't like the chick. The lack of training argument is bullshit. She was trained by Luke. If that's true, it was never presented in the movie, so you couldn't feel good about it. Like, I think it would have been better if Kylo Ren was clearly strong but was just more reckless with his powers. Yeah, maybe. Like I said, I really don't like the fact that she was able to hold her own in like an extended lightsaber fight with him. It just felt way too ridiculous. It just was like, it was totally like, I felt like it was too absurd. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Destiny. At the beginning of the movie, Rey fights off two dudes that tries to get BB-8. Kylo Ren was told not to kill Rey. Dude, the two people that she fights off early on are no-name shitters. Why would you even make that comparison, dog? Rusty A. Did you do a Rusty Wee? Did we even watch the same movie? The two people that she fought off with her staff in the beginning were random salvager shitter fuck noobs that were subordinates to like the king salvager shit fuck noob. Rilo Kiley was like the chosen pampered one of the Emperor Stark to fucking lightsaber, and he was stopping, not even close to comparable, dog. Not even close. Why would you even compare that? Not even remotely close. So the chick, so Rensky can fucking knock out two fucking no-name shitters. Doesn't mean that she should be able to fight an injured Darth fucking Sith Maul Kylo dude and somehow be able to hold her own, even if he's injured. Why was Luke able to fight Darth Vader in Empire Strikes Back then? Is this when, first of all, isn't Darth Vader is somewhat holding back for a well-established reason. Don't give me this, well, maybe Rilo was holding back. Darth Vader was holding back a little bit because Luke was his son. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure if Darth Vader wanted to kill Luke, he could have done so very quickly. Even at the end of the fight, when he cuts his hand off, he doesn't want to kill him.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true. Luke killed me.
I'm pretty sure that Darth Vader, actually, with my limited Star Wars knowledge, I'm 99% sure that Darth Vader could have instantaneously killed Luke at any point that he wanted to. And if you go back and watch the fights, it's never close. I don't think that this lightsaber fight, you never feel like Vader is in danger ever. Vader always is like this commanding, dark, malevolent, like omnipotent figure that Luke can't even touch. Right? I don't think it's ever close, is it? Like, Vader is, like, clearly much more powerful than Luke. Yeah, so, like, no, I don't agree with this. Darth Vader was clearly stronger than Luke the entire time and could have killed him at any moment. Like, But at this point, Vader has had 40 years of training in the Force. Kylo might have had 10, and even then he failed his training. He betrayed Luke and the other new Jedi Order. What? Kylo Ren was the single most powerful Sith. Is that true? Is that ever stated in the movie? Kylo Ren was shot before the fight. It doesn't matter, guys. I mean, like I said, like a million times, like, imagine fighting, like, imagine like an injured, we won't even say Goku. Imagine an injured Vegeta. Imagine Vegeta bleeding with like 1/10 of his life against Krillin. It wouldn't even be fucking close. Also, even when Kylo Ren was shot, he threw the chick into the tree using the Force. So he was still very much like alive and well-ish. Oh, well, okay, so like, regardless of everything that I've said, so like, now we're venturing off into like, are you retarded, Destiny? Okay, whatever, dogs. So like, fine, like, all of that aside, because now we're just in opinion territory. Now we're just in opinion. Destiny, that happens and Krillin wins? When? Not when Vegeta has any amount of power. If you're talking about like the Namek saga or some shit, or on planet Namek, maybe. But like at post like Super Saiyan status, Vegeta never loses to Krillin. Unless it's in like GT and some stupid shit happens. Like, why do I get these fucking Facebook pop-ups? God damn it. Yajirobe fucks up Vegeta. Yeah, fuck off. Dragon Ball and that shit don't count, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Kylo isn't some dark chosen one. He's just the guy who betrayed Luke and fucked over the other Jedi. He's basically a spoiled shit apprentice with some potential. What? Kylo is the son of Leia, who must be like fairly dank because Luke was pretty fucking dank and Luke and Leia share the same parents. Am I wrong? Leia and Han Solo give birth to... So he's a descendant of Darth Vader just as much as a child of Luke Skywalker would be a descendant of Darth Vader. Oh my god. And how was she able to call the lightsaber when Kylo Riley was trying to call the lightsaber from the snow and she was able to take it from him? No, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what your rationale is. I don't care if you say it's because she's shot. The ending to me, her ascension to power was so fucking cheap. Fuck you if you thought it was good. You're everything that's fucking wrong with casual shit fucking moviegoers these days. I fucking hate everybody that thinks that that's acceptable. Bullshit. She didn't fucking earn shit. She didn't go through any fucking training. She didn't go through any fucking adversity. She didn't have any problems getting to where she was, and somehow she was able to force grab the lightsaber from the other dude. Fuck that shit. That's some fucking weeaboo bullshit beta cuckster that still lives with his parents and hopes that one day he magically, through no effort or training, becomes like super fucking powerful through no fucking practice or sacrifice or anything. Fuck all of that shit. Nah, fuck that. That's some bullshit. Fuck her. And fuck that whole part of the movie. No, I don't. Never mind. I can't believe how stupid the Mary Sue people are. What is Mary Sue people? I mean, you know who else could fly very well, use the Force, fix things, speak only very well with a blaster? Fucking Luke. And don't tell me that was after intensive training. He was able to do all those things in A New Hope. He was already a great pilot. You could fix a droid to use the Force to land a perfect shot at the Death Star. He was able to kill stormtroopers with a blaster. The only thing he couldn't do was beat Darth Vader, but Kylo was clearly killed. What? I mean, you know, us could fly very well, use the Force. Luke couldn't use the Force in the beginning of Star Wars? Could he? I don't remember that. Mary Sue is used for writers and they make a character that is too perfect, basically. Anakin's development was stupid as fuck too in the prequels. It's a terrible point to make. I'm not talking about the prequels. I don't give a fuck about the prequels. The prequels were fucking dog shit. Can somebody Link, where is Link, like, manipulating Link? How does Luke, we'll call him Link. When does Link use the Force, like, convincingly in A New Hope? Doesn't he struggle for the first time? When is the first time he uses the Force? The Death Star trench run? Is that literally the first time? Okay, so then this guy's argument is completely and total fucking bullshit. This idea that Luke could naturally use the Force. He couldn't, right? Why spend 30 minutes on episode 7 and then completely dismiss the prequels as a source of lore? Because the prequels were... Because George Lucas is a delusional fucking artist that doesn't have the balls to have anybody on set to tell him no to his horrible fucking, terrible fucking ideas. And if you think that anybody's gonna, like, legitimately have a conversation about the midichlorian count in a fucking Jedi to determine how strong they are, that's fucking retarded. I don't think the prequels should even count as lore. Fuck, the prequels are so fucking stupidly, horribly bad. They were fucking garbage movies with garbage stories that would have been written off as the garbage they were had they not had the Star Wars name attached to them. If those movies would have been released under any other fucking name, they would have been box office flops that nobody would have fucking remembered about 6 months after they won a fucking Razzie Award, literally the same fucking year they came out. That's like, fuck off. The prequels were fucking trash. Oh, I remember this, when he's stuck in the dude and it takes him like forever to try to like call his lightsaber. Is this after he's already had like a little bit of training? I don't remember. Oh, it must be, because he's already got his lightsaber. Or no training at all? Didn't Obi-Wan, like, help him a little bit? Not like Yoda tier training. I don't remember how much him and Obi-Wan spent together. Did you hear about Lucas's ideas for Star Killer's names? Darth Iggy? No. Also, there's a big difference between Luke grabbing a lightsaber out of the snow here versus grabbing it from another, like, Sith Lord Master Kylo Ren guy, but... Rey is just the chosen one? Boring. Also, she fucking used the Jedi mind tricks. Yeah, literally within like 2 minutes of discovering that she has the Force. I agree that she not even grab away from Kylo, but Kylo is not a fucking master. Okay, so Kylo is not Darth Vader tier, but Kylo should be able to 1v1 and destroy anyone in the galaxy, sans like some hidden Jedis or the Stork guy. Can we agree on that or no? Kylo should be able to 1v1 and kill anybody in the galaxy, aside from his trainer guy, Snarfu, the fucking Hobbit Smeagol guy, or like Luke, or like some hidden like secret meme Jedis, right? Like, okay, so fuck off with this. He's not trained, he's just like a normie. Destiny, I disagree with that. So you think that like a normie dude would be able to just walk up and kill Kylo Riley? You think so? Isn't he emotional, though? Why do people keep saying because he was emotional that makes him weaker? If only we had precedent. What Luke was almost at his strongest when he was most emotional. Why are all these people like, oh, well, when you're really emotional, like, you're just really shit. Like, look how, like, Luke is mad as fuck here. And like him being mad as fuck is when he finally beats the shit out of. Look at how angry he is. Look, because he's mad because Darth Vader was like, I'm gonna go fuck your sister like a fucking bitch. Look, and he fucking beats him. So what's all this? And this is when Luke is at its worst and possibly maybe even his most powerful. I don't know. But Luke is mad as fuck in this scene, and he's finally able to beat Darth Vader doing it. Maybe he would have won anyway, but like Luke is mad as fuck here, right? So what is all this like? Look at this face. Do you think this is the face of someone who's not being tempted by the dark side? Look at this guy. Look how mad he is. Wow. Well, because he was emotional. That's why Rilo Kiley was so fucking weak. Bullshit. Look how fucking mad Luke is here. And he goes to fucking town on him. Look, he's even... Look, he screams and everything so that you know he's mad. Yeah, retard strength. Look at him fucking swinging around. Ugh. So this idea that like, oh, Relo was like so mad and the emotions were messing him up so he wouldn't be able to do anything, like, Destiny, he's not winning that fight when he gets emotional. He is afterwards. Beforehand, I think you could argue either way, right? He's kind of hiding. I don't think he's like horribly losing. No, I disagree. I don't think Luke was horribly losing this fight. Look, Luke like jumps around and shit when Darth Vader tries to like kill him. I think that they're like, oh fuck, I would have to go back. I feel like they're like fairly evenish at this point, right? They seem to be like fairly evenish. It's not like a horribly one-sided fight. Or maybe like, yeah, look at him hopping around here. Whoosh. Look, and then John Williams pumps the music up and everything.
Not to betray you, Father.
Look, and he's like all,
Feel the good in you.
he's confident in everything. The Emperor's plan was to make Luke emotional, kill Vader, and take his place. He wasn't losing, idiot. He was saying he doesn't want to fight his dad, then gets mad when Vader says he will turn later to the dark side. Yeah, that sounds right. That's what I've been saying. Can Luke even stand a chance against Vader at this point? Did Vader want to lose? Yeah, no, Luke is very strong at this point. No, this is like an even fight, if not Luke being superior. I don't... like... Why would he just throw his weapon? Wow, what a cuckster. Snoke told Kylo to bring her to him, so he was obviously not trying to kill her. Fuck off, you fucking retard. So in his efforts to not kill her, he manages to lose the fucking fight? You should legit fucking wait until tomorrow because it's Christmas, but when tomorrow comes at fucking 12 a.m., cut your fucking throat because of how fucking stupid you are. He could have easily fucking chopped off a fucking hand, chopped off a fucking leg, force smashed her ass into a fucking tree, knocked her the fuck out, whatever the fuck a superior being could have done to fuck her up. This idea that like, oh well, he was just trying not to kill her, so that's why she was able to totally beat him in a fight, even though he's like a Sith dude and has had all this training, and she's just a random, oh, lonely girl that just manages to stumble her way into this situation. She's able to win because he's trying not to kill her. Fuck off. That's fucking retarded. Oh my god. There is extended universe material that justifies this theory. Wrong. Extended universe never justifies in-universe stuff ever, period. That's the most cancerous, toxic fucking... If you're somebody that thinks that you need extended universe stuff to explain something in a particular medium, you should definitely commit suicide. There's There's absolutely no other... There's just no other alternative. You have to kill yourself. If you're the kind of person that goes in and watches a movie and somebody's like, that didn't make any sense at all, you're like, well, did you read the comic? Because that was all perfectly explained. Actually, fuck you. I didn't read the comic. No, because I came here to watch a fucking movie, motherfucker. If it was explained in the fucking comic, maybe I would have read and enjoyed the fucking comics. But I came here to watch a movie. So if it's supposed to make sense for the movie, it should probably fucking be explained in the movie. Fuck off with extended universe. Oh my god. Holy shit. Are we being real right now? Is Destiny just repeating the opinions of Mr. Plinkett? Yes. Did you know that the majority of people think that it's acceptable to use extra universe stuff to explain in-universe stuff? But until Mr. Plinkett made that review, literally nobody complained about people saying that. Thank God Almighty that he sent his only begotten son Jesus here to die for all of us sinners so that one day some woman could give birth to Mr. Plinkett to show us the ways of hating on extra universe stuff to explain in-universe stuff. Literally no one has ever had the thought in their head that outside stuff to explain movies is dumb. So yes.
Dank memes.
Weren't the stormtrooper dudes told to bring in Rey alive when they find her? The first thing they do is call in TIE fighters to bomb the shit out of her. Bonus meme redacted.
Well memed. Okay, so somebody explain this. This guy's saying it took Luke 3 years to be able to grab lightsabers. But you guys in chat were saying that Luke did it after a week of training or no training. Wait, so who's right? I don't remember. So, like, this is a problem that people are running into, in my opinion. Okay, so let's read this. Okay, I did this elsewhere, but I'll paste it here for convenience, as that was just one example. For the records, she says he had a mod installed, and she told him it was a bad idea, never that she installed it. Okay, so Luke basically fails at everything he does. A droid tricks him into taking off his restraining bolt and escapes. Luke goes after him, is nearly killed, having to be saved by Ben. Then he's nearly killed again in the bar. Kenobi to the rescue. He fails to escape the garbage compactor monster, being saved by the fucking Empire, and then via the failure of their stealth gets Ben killed. Finally has a moment of competence when he's told to do the only thing he's good at and nearly fucks that up by hesitating when Ben tells him to use the Force. Now compare that with Rey. Every problem she has is almost immediately solved with zero difficulty and would have solved without anyone's help. If that's not the case, I'm willing to hear it, but even then, when the most difficult thing she has to deal with, her capture, happens, she gets herself out despite being strapped down by electromagnetic steel locks in just a few minutes. The woman is Jason Bourne herself. The woman is Jason Bourne mixed with Houdini and an F1 mechanic. It just gets ridiculous eventually. So, like, I agree with that 100%. And then this guy responds, dude, everything she does can be explained by her scavenger days of the Force. I'm not sure what you really want. She was able to hold off against Kylo in part because he'd been wounded multiple times already, and yeah. So, like, the problem is, like, even if you have an excuse for it, it's still incredibly fucking shit. Like, dude, everything she does can be explained by her scavenger. Who the fuck cares? It still makes her a shitty fucking character. Like, imagine, like, I'm writing a story, and then some guy, like, fucking... I don't even know. Some guy's on a subway, and then the guy, like, runs into the subway thing and, like, is able to pilot the subway thing through to a different track. And then it's like, well, how is he able to do that? It's like, dude, when he was a kid, his dad used to be a subway thing. And then he runs outside and has to get into a single propeller airplane to fly away. And they're like, well, how can he just do that? It's like, dude, when he was in college, he took classes to be an airplane pilot. And it's like, okay. And then in the process of flying the plane, like, it starts to, like, have a malfunction, and he's able to, like, go into the circuitry and rewire. And they're like, dude, how is he able to do that? And it's like, dude, in college, after he took the lessons, obviously he had a minor in electrical engineering. Like, come on, like, didn't you even read the lore? Like, after a while, it's like, okay, so he's done everything that gives him the ability to do everything. Like, what the fuck is the point? Like, okay, like, you know, like, sure, maybe she has, like, a backstory that gives her the ability to do these things, but, like, it gets a little bit ridiculous when she has zero adversity throughout the entire fucking movie that's all explained by some random bullshit. I don't know. Jack of all trades, master of everything. Rey beats up 4 guys by herself, knows more about the Millennium Falcon than Han does. First time she flies at all, she outmaneuvers TIE fighters in a large ship with an awkward cockpit position, instantly skilled at using a lightsaber, and wins a fight against Kylo, regardless of his injuries, is still stupid, is instantly knowledgeable about probing minds, telekinesis, and using Jedi mind tricks, instantly trusted by the Resistance to go on a mission to find Luke, even though they barely knew her, speaks droid and Wookiee, instantly liked and trusted by everyone. Wow. We get it. You're a misogynist. Yeah, maybe. Using loaded language undermines your ostensibly merit-based ideal. The movie established Rey's skill set and employs space magic to enhance the capabilities of its characters. She wasn't doing chores on a moisture farm, riding a speeder and shooting womp rats for fun, then destroying a superweapon of unprecedented size with a lucky force shot at a 90-degree angle in the same movie. She wasn't some 9-year-old slave who fixed and built droids, but competently piloted a pod racer and a Naboo fighter, ultimately blowing up a capital ship in the same movie. No, she tapped into the Force steadily, and on a few occasions, culminating into being able to beat a wounded emo Vader wannabe who overestimated his abilities and took on too many people in succession. Kylo had incomplete training and hadn't had much of a lightsaber challenge besides civilians and helpless consuls. His midichlorian count didn't matter because his judgment was utter shit. He was winning when he was tossed people around and choked them, but no, Grandpappy's boy had to get his Vader on. Rey's accomplishments are modest by comparison to other prominent voice users, but many people scream Mary Sue. Okay, if this guy is like a real moviegoer, and this guy represent like I just have to kill myself, I think I have to commit suicide. I can't tell if like, and look, he got upvoted, and this guy got downvoted. I feel like I'm never gonna see good movies again. I just have to stick to like niche shit because I don't have the head for it anymore. I can't watch this shit and like appreciate it or like enjoy it at all. I'm not even saying that to be like elitist, like. Legit, like watching this movie was like really disappointing. The fact that people think that this is an acceptable backstory for this girl is so ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry, like it's just really fucking sad that these neat fucking retards are taking over fucking cinemas and want to see these characters who do nothing and earn nothing like all of a sudden rise to greatness. Like, it's so fucking ridiculous. I don't even know, man. Holy shit. You said it was good though. No, the movie was good, but like this is like a big complaint I had with it. Wow, and he even gets gilded for his shit posting? Oh no. You are overstating Luke's... Do I really want to read this? I feel like I'm gonna kill myself. Don't accuse me of making... Okay, the lack of self-awareness was hilarious. First, accusing me of using loaded language right before calling me every kind of bigot you can think of. If you were any less self-aware, you'd be inanimate. Then, and only then, do you go on to make a strawman of Luke Skywalker so that you can say, I hate Rey for having a vagina, holy shit. Luke struggles constantly throughout A New Hope, nearly being killed several times before being saved by a friend, fucking up a rescue, fucking up in a dogfight. Compare this with Rey. Tell me a time Rey fucked up and had to be bailed out. Just one time. The fact is Rey doesn't fuck up. Any obstacle she is faced with almost immediately overcomes by herself with little help. So... let's analyze this. Luke struggles constantly without A New Hope, nearly being killed several times before being saved by a friend. Would we say that this is true? I don't really remember A New Hope well enough to know if this is true or not. Luke saved A New Hope. Do you think that this is true? This isn't like it. The Sand People and mostly Obi-Wan in the Cantina. Luke saved from Sand People. Fuck, I don't remember enough. But you might be right. Were they gonna kill him here? I don't even know. Okay, so just this one scene. Luke gets saved hardcore. This is true. Okay, so at the very least we see this, that Luke gets saved really hardcore here. Luke, trash compactor. Okay, so Luke gets pretty fucked up here. Oh, and the droid saved them from the trash compactor? Okay, so this is already more times than... Well, Rey is... So Rey... Luke, Cantina, saved. And then we'll look at this one, I guess. When does he get saved from the Cantina? I don't remember. I think I need to search for something better. Uh-oh. Who shoots first?
I bet you have.
Damn. And then he flips him the fucking coin, right? What a fucking... What a badass. Holy shit. Okay, sorry. Damn. Obi-Wan, why you gotta fuck him up like that, dog? Holy shit. Okay, so he... Okay. So... That's good. That's a good point then, right? That's well established. Luke struggles constantly throughout A New Hope, nearly being killed several times for being saved by a friend, fucking up a rescue. Because when they go into the rescue, Ben gets caught and killed, and they get caught, right? Or well, like it's a struggle to get out, right? Fucking him in a dogfight. I don't remember this. Compare this with Rey. So this is true. When you look at episode 7, I can't think of a single time when Rey ever struggles with anything. When the black character first sees her and those two guys like try to like beat her up or whatever, she basically 1v2s in an instant with zero struggle whatsoever. She's only getting half portions and quarter portions of food, but she doesn't even seem to be like hungry or anything. Like, even though she escaped from imprisonment herself, she would have been stuck on that planet if she hadn't turned up. But I don't even think that's true. I don't even think that's true. First of all, she's completely locked up. She force fucks the guy. She force fucks the dude, the Vader wannabe. On her first try, she convinces a stormtrooper. She Jedi mind fucks him instantaneously after learning the Force. And it frees herself. She probably would have just found a ship and flew away using her spaceship know-how or whatever. I don't believe that she would have had trouble getting off. She would have found a ship and flown off, and people would have just been like, oh, well, it's a planet with tons of ships on it. Obviously, she would have found a ship and gotten off. Like, that's not that hard to believe, guys. The fact is, Rey doesn't fucked up. Any obstacle she is faced with, she almost immediately overcomes by herself with little help. This is why people call her Mary Sue. It's not just because she gets force powers. If the force powers were the only time she succeeded after barely even putting in effort, I think most people would be fine with her as a character. I was unaware that Luke's introduction to the Force was cut from the movie, and that he didn't have any training with a Jedi before that relatively minor Force feat. I don't know if you know this, but those proton torpedoes made that turn. Luke just timed it. Otherwise, they would have approached from another dimension. Done with the target. Literally, he did at the end of A New Hope what Rey did at the end of TFA. The difference is he didn't pull a much more powerful Force move out of his ass 5 scenes earlier with no context as to where he learned it. Anakin is not someone who you want your character to be compared to. Seriously, he's awful, and I've yet to see a single person claim he was a better character than Rey. If there was no merit base to the Force, there would be no training. Force abilities are heavily influenced by birth, but there is training. QED Force powers are to some extent merit-based. This is a good post. Good job. Upvote. No one called you a bigot. Settle down. You are overstating Luke's issues in A New Hope and underplaying his successes. So this is totally fucking wrong. This guy's just flat out fucking retarded. Luke definitely had issues in A New Hope. Rey is hardly alone in being awesome in TFA. Poe and Han both perform far more plot-sensitive and essential tasks. The former does not suffer any more meaningful setbacks than she does. Okay. Poe, what does Poe do that's like really important? Poe has a lot of Poe gets kind of fucked until he gets saved by like the rebellion and shit. No, I guess he like shoots a lot of people, but like Poe almost dies to the one guy spinning around that thing too, right? He gets knocked over when he's trying to fight with a lightsaber, but then the guy gets shot, right? Also, Poe is a fucking stormtrooper. Poe leads the assault on the Death Star thing, right? No, he's on the planet with Han. Right? He takes out all those TIE fighters. Oh, shooting all the TIE things was kind of silly. I agree with that. I agree that that was really silly. That he was able to shoot down the TIE fighters with the guns. Oh, you're thinking of Finn? Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of Finn. Sorry. Poe is the pilot, dude. Oh, well, Poe is like a legendary fucking pilot. But he's not even one of the main protagonists. I don't give a fuck. Poe is, yeah, Poe and Han are both like, well, Han is like, was Han one of the main protagonists? I guess unfortunately he would have to be. But Han has got like 3 movies building up his shit. Poe is like not even like one of the main protagonists. Who fucking cares? Rey shows exceptional aptitude at 2 things: mechanical wizardry, which she is not only likely inherited, but makes sense given her life, and science being a matter of force-using prodigy. She competently pilots the Falcon, but crashes it around a bit, and barely escapes 2 TIE fighters. In spite of this, statements like Rey is good at everything. Kind of excitable, no? This is pure, unadulterated, uncontaminated autism. She very exceptionally pilots the Millennium Falcon. She flies it into that crashed Empire massive ship. She pilots the Millennium Falcon after having a little bit of a fuck up initially. After like 2 minutes, she pilots it exceptionally. Why would he say she barely escapes the TIE fighters? She even like throws the ship around so that the broken gun at the bottom can perfectly shoot the fucking TIE fighter. Why would this guy say that she barely Why would this guy say that she barely is able to do it? What so disingenuous? What the fuck? She was fucking up while flying it though, to be honest. She only fucked it up when she was learning how to fly it, like the first like minute. That was an accident? Nuja, I know you're a sub, so please make sure you check the recurring sub box and then kill yourself immediately. Oh my god. Ray shows an exceptional aptitude at two things. Mechanical wizardry, and force. Wait, what? And signs of being... Okay, first of all, just because you're a mechanic doesn't make you a good pilot. Those are two totally different things. So that's three things. Also, so she's mechanically exceptional. She's an exceptional pilot. And she does combat exceptionally well, right? She 1v2s those one guys, and she was able to use a lightsaber with no training. So she's an exceptional hand-to-hand, or not hand-to-hand, but she's exceptional with like melee weapons. Fourth, after Han gives her that blaster that she's never fired before, she blasts and kills like 4 or 5 stormtroopers when she's running away. So she's mechanically wizardrous. She's a great pilot. She's amazing at hand-to-hand combat. She uses a lightsaber perfectly fine. She uses a blaster perfectly fine after never having used one before. And she's insanely force sensitive, the most powerful force user in any Star Wars movie ever, because she Jedi mindfucks somebody in an instant after just learning that she's force sensitive. What? Rey suffers 4 primary setbacks. Oh, okay, let's read this. Here we go. Rey suffers 4 primary setbacks. 1, evidence of repressed trauma and a clear abandonment complex. That never causes her any problems in the movies, though. What? In the movie? What the fuck? 2, overconfidently pops some fuses, unleashing a swarm of Chulu monsters who almost abscond with her new friend. Okay, no! Why would she say this? The monsters that she releases saves Han, and she immediately saves her friend. Not even a minute later in the movie, she closes the door on the same monster to save her friend. Why? This is a perfect example of her immediately overcoming a problem. Why would he say this? Why would he even say this? 3, is easily overcome by Kylo Ren and subject to interrogation. She resists, but not before he rattles around in there for a while. She's not overcome at all. He doesn't get the information out of her that he wants to get, and she reverse mindfucks him. She wins that scene. Does this guy think that Kylo actually wins the scene of interrogating her? She very clearly comes out on top. Is this guy serious right now? 4, gets cold-cocked by Kylo a mere second into their 3-way battle and is unable to help while Finn gets overwhelmed. That's twice she's forced to stand by helpless in short order while friends are killed so strict out. Yet in spite of this, ice statements like Rey never fails her. Oh, I think I actually have autism. I don't even want to talk about this. Why are we even going down? I don't even care about Star Wars that much. Fuck me, dude. I shouldn't even fucking be wasting... I don't know why we're fucking reading Reddit posts.